So last week I had a very interesting status on my Facebook, and I was asking a few friends or anyone's opinion about what would you respond if someone met you and said, "How is the going?" That question bothers me personally. I feel like, why do you ask? But that is not really why it bothers me. It is because it's not proper English. It is colloquial. And the correct idiom is, "How is it going?" That is asking about a particular project somebody is handling or doing, their life, what is currently happening to them. That is what that idiom means. How is it going? Not how is the going. And how is it going is colloquial too. You cannot use it professionally. You cannot use it officially. You can only use it with somebody that, you have that level of communication with, and you're asking about something specific. But in most cases, people are genuinely wanting to know how it is going, your life or whatever you're handling at the moment, whether they know about it or not, and they genuinely want an answer from you. So I got some responses from a couple of my friends, and I realized we all actually want to know. And Jordan mentioned and said that, no, actually that is wrong English. And yes, it is not wrong as per se, it is just colloquial. You cannot use it in certain places and with certain people. So this is my advice. Use "how is it going" rather than "how is the going," because "how is the going" is wrong, it doesn't exist. How is it going can be a conversation starter, like you all mean well to find somebody and say, hey, how is it going? No. How is it going? But this must be somebody that you have a certain rapport with, or be more specific. When they finish to tell you how they are, you ask the straightforward question, "How are you? How have you been? How is work?" So then they say, maybe, "I'm working on this project, la la la," then you go ahead and ask, "How is it going?" So having it in the middle of the conversation is much better than using it for a conversation starter if somebody is not at the same level of communication with you in terms of friendship and relationship. So how are you doing? I just wanted to start with that as our icebreaker for today's class, and I'm just overwhelmed by the love that you're showing toward the messages. You're sharing them, you're subscribing to the channel, you are liking the Facebook page, which is Lois Coaching Class, and my personal, for those of you that know me personally. But even those that don't know me personally, just, go ahead and ask for a friend request from wherever, like from wherever, subscribe from wherever, and that will be the beginning of our relationship. Today we're going to talk about something quite interesting, and that is head, heart, and hands, the 3H. Anybody thought about those 3H? Let's say maybe in education, yes. In education, we use them a lot. The head, the heart, and the hands. What is the relationship between the head, the heart, and the hands? I'm going to make a very simple demonstration right here. This little gadget that I have is called a tripod. So use it for a phone. When you are just wanting to lay back and, do your little thing remotely controlled rather than just typing on the phone, especially when you're watching a video, this is the best tripod to use. But I'm not here to tell you about the tripod. I'm here to tell you that this tripod has 3 legs, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Now, these 3 legs, let us say, this is the head, and this is the heart, and these are the hands, all right? So this tripod can only be able to stand when it has all 3 properly functioning. The head is working, the heart is working, and the hands are working. In the same way as a human being, you need your head, you need your heart. Is it on the, yeah, it's on the left. You need your heart, and you need your hands to be fully collaborated. Remember, I always say in the absolute success image theory that the battle between the mind, the inward part of you, or your heart, and the body is ongoing. So your brain is going to communicate something to your heart, and they are going to collaborate and communicate something to your hands to execute. Are they in sync, or do they fight all the time? What helps you to synchronize those 2 things? The mind is always changing. You know, people keep saying, I changed my mind about this. Nobody ever says I changed my heart. Feelings might change, but they will take a long time because they took a long time to become. So undoing them takes another time. Even when you pretend to be off it, it will still be somewhere there. But the mind has been made to keep changing, changing, changing. Let's go back. So, when you say that your life depends on, let's say, the head, I only think, I don't do things, I'm good at thinking. Everybody else has to do, but I'm good at thinking. You are living in a landlocked world. How are you going to even balance? You're just going to fall. You know, you can't live. If you're just a thinker, it doesn't satisfy. Okay? All right, let's say I think and I feel. So you have the heart. Okay? You have your head, you have your heart. Let me use these two. So this is your heart and this is your leg. Your head, sorry. So how are you going to live with just the two? It's not possible. You can't live on the one. You can't live on the two. You need a third one to be able to live. Your ability to coordinate these three organs and parts of your body is very important. The mind is a very powerful tool. It only gives you 5 seconds. Your brain only gives you 5 seconds before it changes. Do you know that when you wake up in the morning, you have slept last night and told yourself, Floyd, when you wake up, you need to first of all wake up at 5 in the morning, do your devotions, do your morning exercise routine, brush your teeth, pack your breakfast, head out to work. Did I bathe? I don't know, but probably when you're in the bathroom brushing, those come along. But when you wake up, first of all, the alarm goes at 4, maybe 45. Oh, I have 15 minutes. The brain is quickly changing it. There and then by looking at the alarm clock or hearing it, 5 seconds it has to say no, snooze it, sleep a little more. By the time you wake up, it is 7. The whole day's morning goals are gone. That is how the brain works. You tell yourself, I'm going to do this. You have only 5 seconds to do it before your mind changes. That is how the brain works. What does that window of 5 seconds give the heart to also feel? You have to have power over your mind by giving your heart control. This is not what I'm saying, that make so many decisions using your emotions, but there has to be heart in it. Heart does not mean emotions. It's like cooking food. You can't cook food with your mind, thinking, I know this spice, I know beef, I know that, put them in the pan. If the heart is not there, the food is going to burn. There's going to be excess or less salt. The ingredients are not going to mix well because there was no heart. You didn't think about the people you're cooking for or even yourself. That is what I mean. Put heart to it. In your work environment, do you do extra than what your brain is telling you to do? Remember, your brain is frustrated because of that little salary, or they gave somebody a promotion or hired somebody to take up a promotion you were eyeing, and you are a bit, and sometimes we've just overstayed on the job. So your brain is giving you all sorts of signals, but your heart is always telling you it's okay. This is where you are still. Put me into it and we'll even be better. The hands will only do what these two agree. If there's no consensus between the head and the heart, the hands are just going to be messed up. You're going to use these hands to waste all the money and throw it around that you're making. You're earning out of a lot of hard work, and then you're going to have to use your legs to gather up that money, and it's going to be hard work. So why not today make a decision and say, I'm going to put my head and heart to work so that my hands go ahead and do the right thing. I'm going to live my life in a balanced manner so that wherever I set it, it sits well and they work together and balance. Then your mouth will be able to speak the truth of what there is within you. Your absolute success image depends on these three organs. Because the inward part is mostly controlled. You realize from the inside we have two big organs, the brain and the heart. Why don't we say maybe heart, hands, and legs? Legs are executors. Where you tell them to go, they will walk and go. The hands are executors. But where do the messages come from? Where do instructions come from? Where do say this come from? Come from the heart, the head, and the heart. So my brothers and sisters out there, put together your head, your heart, and hands. And don't reverse the process. Don't say, let the head and the hands coordinate and do something and the heart won't know. It will know. Remember, it's the one that pains. The mind doesn't pain. Think about it. The mind doesn't pain. It doesn't care. It's the heart that cares. So involve it in everything that you do. Not emotionally, you're going to cry about things, you're going to look for who to tell about your stuff. No. But involve it. It always thinks first time, second time, third time, fourth time, before it gives you that ultimate answer. And trust it. So the message is very simple today. Put to coordination your head, your heart, and your hands. Life will be balanced like this tripod. And I know if we had a phone, my phone to use, I would put it right here for you. And we could actually have it functioning properly, you know. So always think about the image of a tripod. Every time you feel like I'm losing my mind or my heart is not in this, think about a tripod. Think about a balanced life by just using your head, your heart, and your hands. That's it for today. Remember, do not tell people how is the going. How is it going? The absolute success image is not easy to obtain if we don't keep practicing the right things, isn't it? And enhance our relationships. So, 2 things today. The head and the heart and the hands are very important organs of your body. Please coordinate them so that the messages you send out there, the things that you say, are exactly driving you to your absolute success image. We love you and keep subscribing. Keep liking my Facebook page, Lois Coaching Class. And you can also come to my personal page. You know, there's a WhatsApp number on my Facebook page. So in case you have a question, you have a comment, you have a compliment, anything you want to say, you can either comment on the videos on YouTube or you can come to me personally and just, you know, send that message. But other than that, keep sharing, stay safe and healthy. Ciao for now. See you next week.